Okie doke. All right, everybody, we'll kick things off. Please enjoy our hospitality as it unfolds. We'll get things moving. We wanted you to enjoy Hadley's hospitality as well as our prize. So, Hadley's Orient Hotel stands on the traditional lands of the Muanina people of Nipaluna, Hobart. I'd like to pay my respects to the Tasmanian Aboriginal community as the traditional and continual custodians of Lutruwita, Tasmania. Further, I'd like to say how proud we all are that our event in a short time has become a place and a prize which celebrates the work of artists who've called Australia home for thousands of years. We've had 2 winners. You never know, we may have another today. My name's Ben Target. I'm the operator of Hadley's Orient Hotel and the Old Woolster Apartment Hotel. And on behalf of our owners, who are represented here today by Annette Reynolds and Ben, I think, although he might not quite be here yet, but no, and our chairman, Damien Egan, welcome to Hadley's Orient Hotel. Don Neal, who you probably all be familiar with as the mastermind behind this prize, is interstate, and I know that he is here in spirit. And he'll be very keen for you to enjoy some of our hospitality and also to know who has won this year's prize. I'd like to welcome the Honourable Elise Archer, MP, Minister for the Arts, which is the particular hat that brings you here today, but many others. Rob Valentine, MLC, John Fitzgerald, the CEO of Tourism Tasmania, Jackie Allen, Deputy Secretary of the Department of State Growth. I'll just make a couple of quick comments about housekeeping. There are toilets located out that door there at the back, male and female, should you need them. And in the event that we are asked to evacuate, you to just assemble on the corner of Murray and Macquarie Streets, having exited in an orderly fashion through the foyer, which is down the stairs to the left as you would have come up. Please don't use the lift in this event. Well, it's fair to say that it's been a pretty tough ride, certainly in hospitality and tourism, but most definitely in the arts. Today's a big step for us all at the hotel. It's a small step on our recovery from a hospitality point of view, but it's a really massive step towards a normality that will follow the pandemic in the arts and with our prize. We've been absolutely determined to hold the 2021 Hadley's Art Prize, having missed last year in what were very upsetting and difficult circumstances. But it has taken extraordinary perseverance, resolve and resilience, and it has helped, of course, that we're in one of the safest places on the planet. So to all of our team and to Don and Annette for staying the course during difficult times, I'd just like to say a big thank you on behalf of everyone here and, of course, all of those people who have entered the prize this year. I'd now like to welcome to the stage our curator, Dr. Amy Jackett. Amy has worked tirelessly to bring us here today. If you'd like to come forward and we can hear a little bit more about the prize from Amy. So, Dr. Amy Jackett.
Thank you all for coming. It's a very exciting day. I'd also like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the Tasmanian Aboriginal community, the traditional owners and continual custodians of the land and waters of Lutruwita, Tasmania. We were going to be joined today by Teresa Sainty for a welcome to country, but unfortunately Teresa has woken up unwell this morning. Teresa is a Pakana woman from the northeast coast of Lutruwita who contributes to the Hadley's Art Prize education kit. And in her absence today, we'd like to play a song that Teresa co-wrote with Jodie Haynes.
Lutruwita is the country of our ancestors. They travelled a long way, a long time. Dancing many fires, dancing many fires. Songs are within the land, singing country strong, singing country strong. Babies born to mothers, fathers hunting wallaby, rivers waters flowing, flowing to the sea. Strength of our grandmothers, growing family strong, growing family strong. We stand strong for our country. We are the people of Lutruwita. From Larapunam to Konanye. This is our land, and we will stand. Takamonorala Tikainata. Waranta Pakana Lutruwita. Taputi Larapuna Konanye. Biladina Mana Mapale. Dancing men and fires, dancing men and fires. Songs are within the land, singing country strong. Rivers, waters flowing, flowing to the sea. Strength of our grandmothers, singing country strong, singing country strong. We're singing and dancing, 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 singing country strong. The Hindi Miladina Rala, the Hindi Miladina Rala. The Hindi Miladina Rala, singing country strong. The Hindi Miladina Rala, the Hindi Miladina Rala, the Hindi Miladina Rala, singing country strong. To Kainata, to Kainata, to Kainata, singing country strong. Kainata, to Kainata, to Kainata, singing country strong.
It's a beautiful and powerful song. Thank you, Teresa. I'm so pleased that the Hadley's Art Prize could return this year. And we were overwhelmed to receive a record number of 721 entries from right across Australia. As great as it is to be back here, celebrating excellence in contemporary Australian landscape art, it is also heartbreaking that the pandemic is still with us, and many of the finalists who would like to have been here today have been unable to travel to Hobart. With all that uncertainty, it has been a time to reflect on the people and the places that matter most to us. And that's exactly what this year's finalists share, as their artworks transport us around Australia, revealing places of deep significance to them. This prize brings landscape indoors in the depths of Hobart's winter. While we can no longer travel as freely, we can still travel through art. For those who can't be with us in person, know that we are thinking of you. An online gallery of this year's finalist artworks will be available from the 2nd of August, and we'll also take lots of photos and videos to share with everyone. To be chosen as a finalist from such a high number of entries by a panel of art specialists is a remarkable achievement, and I would like to congratulate each of you. There are many people that I would like to thank for supporting this year's prize, but I know you're all excited to find out who the winner is, so I'll keep my thank yous very short and sweet. Most importantly, I would like to warmly thank Don Neal and Annette Reynolds, the majority owners of Hadley's Orient Hotel and the philanthropists behind this incredible art prize. I feel privileged to be able to facilitate this prize, which is such a great gift to Australian artists and the Tasmanian art scene. I also need to thank this year's judges, Mckay Bolter, Nikki Compston and Peter Mckay, who have all spent considerable time and energy selecting the finalists and this year's winner. It's been a pleasure to work with you. My gratitude also goes to Ben Target, CEO of Hadley's Orient Hotel, who you just heard from, who has supported this prize since its inception. I'd also like to thank Ruth Evenhouse, Mark Dillay and the team at Hadley's Orient Hotel. A special shout out to our amazing team of volunteers. They have already chosen their winning work with the Packing Room Prize, which is a $1,000 framing voucher presented by Wagner Framemakers. This year, that award goes to Nicole O'Loughlin for her incredible stitched work of the Florentine Valley in Tasmania. And this work really wowed the volunteers that assist with the unpacking as soon as they saw it. Congratulations, Nicole. I would like to thank all of the artists that entered this prize, and I hope everyone enjoys the exhibition, and I hope you will continue to be inspired by this lucrative prize. And just very lastly, a warm thanks to my ever-supportive family. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Well, we're uniquely positioned as an art prize and a hotel held in a commercial setting, but trying at all times to hold ourselves to the highest artistic standards. I think you would all be familiar, those who've entered and been involved with the prize, that Amy, being our curator, is just one of those things that we've been able to, and lucky enough to do, to be in that position. It is a prize with a commercial edge, though, and we have some wonderful organisations that have supported the prize since the outset. I'm just going to take a moment to run through those, if you'll indulge me. Events Tasmania, the Tasmanian Government through Events Tasmania has supported the first 3 years of the prize, including helping us through a difficult last year, and we've recently just been supported again through the major events grant round, and we really appreciate the help and support of Events Tasmania and the government through them. The Mckay newspaper, who have jumped on board as sponsor for a range of things over the years, and this year again supporting the People's Choice Award. Damon, thank you for your support. With that, it's an opportunity for everybody and anybody that visits the prize physically to vote for their favourite work, and at the end of the exhibition, that prize is awarded to one of our artists. To Jance Tasmania and James Bogue's Premium, they've been on board ever since we started. Certainly today there's a little bit of Jance flowing and will be for the toast. To Scene Change, who today are live streaming this event, welcome to everybody who's watching in, and thank you to you guys for your efforts. To the University of Tasmania, who has helped us engage in ways that we would never have imagined to begin with. And I know Amy has really enjoyed her engagement with the university, as they have found different ways to bring art into the lives of many. To the Old Wool Store, to Artery, to the Salamanca Art Centre, Wagner Framemakers, and to Art Education Australia, who have most certainly helped engage with young people and take this prize to a new generation, which I think in years to come we will see the benefits from in terms of attendees and artists. So I once again would just like to thank Events Tasmania and the government, because navigating the COVID environment's tricky. They've been very supportive. And on that note, it's a good segue to ask the Minister for the Arts, the Honourable Elise Archer, to speak with us today. Minister.
I like how you lowered the microphone for me, Ben. Could I also pay my respects to the original and traditional owners of this land, the Muwinina people, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. And what a beautiful welcome to country via video and that beautiful song, and of course the footage of this great island. I'd also like to acknowledge my parliamentary colleague, the Honourable Rob Valentine, MLC. I think we're also expecting Sir Guy Green, but he mustn't be able to make it today. But I know Sir Guy is a great supporter of the arts. Certainly from my time in Parliament, I see Sir Guy around at many of these events supporting our arts industry. I'm thrilled to be here today at the announcement, of course, of the 2021 Hadley's Art Prize. And it is wonderful to be able to attend, as Ben has alluded to, after an all too familiar COVID-19 hiatus in 2020, as we've seen with so many events last year. But I think you would agree that Hadley's Art Prize is a highlight of the Tasmanian winter arts scene calendar. It's certainly something that we all look forward to. As well as celebrating the work of contemporary Australian landscape artists, this prize contributes to the Tasmanian Winter Cultural Events program and promotes cultural tourism in Tasmania. I understand that at $100,000, the Hadley's Art Prize is Australia's most lucrative landscape art award, and it's wonderful to have this in Hobart. Prizes like the Hadley's Art Prize can be life-changing for artists. I remember year before last when we last held these events, it certainly was for the winner. Not only is the prize money most welcome, but it is the prestige of being awarded the prize that can boost an artist's profile and strengthen their reputation in the arts, not only nationally but internationally as well. I commend the team at Hadley's Orient Hotel for their generosity in offering this prize and supporting artists and arts education. Thank you. The Hadley's Art Prize has an art education component as well, which encourages students to get involved and assists them to learn firsthand from engaging with these incredible artworks. And I understand that the Hadley's Art Prize also has a public program of exhibition events, including free guided exhibition tours and public lectures. I'd like to thank the 2021 Hadley's Art Prize judges, Nikki Cumpston, Peter Mckay and Mckay Bolter. I knew I'd stumble on your name. We did discuss that, didn't we? But I thought it'd be your first name, not your second name. But I'm sure they had a very difficult task of selecting 33 finalists from a record-breaking 721 entries from across Australia. I think that demonstrates that there has been a positive to COVID, and that means that our artists have been hard at work, probably at home, under lockdown, producing these beautiful works. There will also be an opportunity for you all, as you've heard, to have your say in the Mercury's People's Choice Awards, and thanks, Damon, for jumping on board again. Congratulations to all the finalists and to the winner, who is soon to be announced. I'd also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the winner of the first Hadley Student Prize, which is a new $500 prize for a talented Year 11 or 12 student, which is presented by the University of Tasmania, and I think I can reveal that person. And so congratulations to Elizabeth Scott, who is currently studying as a Year 12 student at Friends School. So I'm sure you are all now keen to hear the announcement of the winners of this year's Hadley's Art Prize. So I'll hand back to Ben, but thank you for having me here today at this rather prestigious event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister. Now, we are moving through the gears now. I would just like to ask the Chair of Super Woolstore, who's the Chair of the two hotels are involved in, Mr Damien Egan, to make some brief comments just on behalf of the Neal family. So, Damien's a lawyer, so when I say brief...
Well, we do have briefs. And my brief here today was to represent Don, and that's why I'm not standing up there, because I know Don wouldn't. I know where Don would stand, and he'd stand right here, next to his dear wife. Don and Annie are about giving. And it's not about this hotel or it's about Don, it's about giving back. And it's a wonderful way to give back. And I know, if I said we, I mean Don and Annie, we just love giving back to the arts and to be part of it all. It generates such joy amongst everyone here in Hobart and indeed in Tasmania. I know Don would also wish to thank the judges very, very much, and Amy, who's very dear to this, and Ben and his team for putting it on. So on behalf of the Neal family, thank you very, very much for everyone coming along, and yeah, we can't wait to hear who the winner is.
Thank you very much, Damien. So we're very much getting to the business end of affairs here. Before we do get swept away by our own gold medalist, I'd just like to make the point that the works, other than the winning work, of course, are available for sale, and that's an excellent way to support an artist during these difficult times and to give yourself a wonderful view every day. If you do want to make a purchase today, you're having the first look at it, and just follow someone with a clipboard would be my advice. Throughout the exhibition, as the Minister alluded, we have a range of events, and on our website, hadleysartprize.com.au, you can track those down if you're interested. So thank you for your indulgence with those. It's now my great pleasure to introduce renowned Tasmanian artist and 2021 Hadley's Art Prize judge Mckay to the stage to announce the winner of our new Residency Prize, which is a wonderful innovation, and it's been made possible with the support of the Wool Store, where the person will stay, and the Salamanca Art Centre, where they will work. Mckay.
Well, it's been an absolute honour and pleasure to be involved in this year's judging. We've been so impressed by the high standard of entries, but we're absolutely thrilled with this inspiring exhibition of 33 finalists. We've been able to spend a little bit of time with these works now, and each one speaks strongly and continues to unfold in unique and diverse ways. But there have been 5 works in particular which have stood out and are worthy of an honourable mention. So I'll go through those 5 artists. The first is Asma Mather's work, From What the River Knows, an intricate and intimate work which invites multiple ways of seeing. Mary Tonkin's immersive painting, which takes in the continuum of landscape, evolving and dissolving. Martin Reck's work, Reverie, a deeply sensitive and detailed drawing which reveres place, both real and imagined. Raymond Arnold's visually bountiful work, which captures narratives between nature's persistence on renewal and humans' interruptions. And Betty Muffler's painting, Nunkari Nuria, Healing Country, a subtle, powerful work which generously emanates the gift of her healing energy. So congratulations to those 5 artists. Next is the Residency Prize, which, as Ben said, is a month at the Salamanca Art Centre while being looked after at the Wool Store. As an artist, I know how important a studio space is, and I've been really fortunate to have my studio at the Salamanca Art Centre for some years. It's a fantastic place to work. And so I'm going to take extra delight this year in being able to personally welcome this year's winner. So the winning work is bright, joyful, and jewel-like. The materials used take us on the city streets and remind us that the plastic we use will outlive us. This work is a beautiful transformation of waste into a hopeful reordering. This year's Residency Prize winner is Peter Kruger. Peter, would you like to come up? Welcome to say something if you like, or...
I haven't done this before. Thank you so much to everyone that's made this possible. It's an incredibly exciting prize, and I just can't wait to come back and be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mckay, and congratulations, Peter. We'll look forward to seeing you around the hotels soon. Now for the moment that you've all been waiting for, and it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage Judge Peter Mckay, who will announce the winner of the 2021 Hadley's Art Prize. Peter.
Good, thank you, Ben. All right. You're getting close, but I've got 5 pages of speech notes, so we're still going to be a while. I'd also like to echo those acknowledgements of country that have been shared here already today, to welcome the Minister, and also to acknowledge all the artists in the audience, because this day is really about celebrating what they do. I think we should recognise their unique ability to bring us all together, to share and discuss, to reflect on our experiences and to challenge one another in a constructive manner, of course. I'd also just like to underscore how really important this prize is. The Hadley's Art Prize makes an immense contribution to many communities. It stimulates the arts community, the local art-interested audiences, and travellers too. Those tourists will come back very soon. And also our young students. I know significant effort has been made to really enfranchise those young audiences, and that's so critical to sustaining our culture. So thank you to Hadley's, to Don and Annette in particular. Your vision and incredible generosity in founding and funding this prize is just breathtaking. It's very inspirational. Thank you also to Amy. Your very thoughtful day-to-day management has steered us through to a hang that looks great, and I think your steady hand guiding all those logistics and frankly just keeping us judges gently on track have been much appreciated. And lastly, before I make the announcement, I do just want to acknowledge my co-judges, Nikki and Mckay. You've been wonderful working with, and I really feel I've learned quite a lot from that experience. I really mean that. So, awarding a $100,000 prize is a big responsibility, and we wrestled with this one for quite a while. How's the suspense? Is it building? I'm feeling it. It's $100,000. You know, we know that sum can make a real difference in anyone's life, but in an artist's life, that's economic security. That's a new series of work. That's sharing their vision with the world. It's really powerful. So before I announce the winner, I just want to say a couple of sentences about landscape art, because, you know, what's landscape art? Why are we here today? Is this old news? It's not old news. And I think it also grounds our decision a little bit too. We are living in undoubtedly complex times, increasingly complex times. We all know that we face a future that will demand greater expertise and planning, a stronger resolve, and a thoughtful agreement for us to successfully navigate this future as a society. Landscape art speaks to these challenges. Even the most straightforward, naturalistic interpretation of a scene is framed through our vision and our experience, our future and our past. It functions through our own visual language. Landscape art can be a powerful reminder of the significance of place. In this regard, all landscape art speaks to the relationship between humankind and nature, and this is really one of our most fundamental relationships. We are of nature, and yet we also test nature. We overcome nature, we reinvent it, we defy it, and we restore it. This contradiction is the engine of our development, and therefore it's one of the most central and dynamic themes of our existence, even our survival. The winner of the 2021 Hadley's Art Prize has engaged in this quandary very deeply. His arresting image draws on and subverts these conventions of landscape. Through the constellation of over 2,000 time-lapse images, this work draws us in to contemplate a visual record of Brady's Lake over 28 hours and 25 minutes. The creation of this image began on the first day of 2021, when the Tasmanian nights are short. The singular moment dissolves and gives way to both the ephemeral and the everlasting aspects of place, of weather and season, time and the elements. They become the subject matter. The detail is fluid, and there are images within images, Colours and patterns morph and blend through the light recorded over the expanse of time. This image has a memory that we see through the ever-changing light of day. A wattle tree stands sentinel over the lake, a witness to the gestural movement of weather patterns across multiple frequencies. There is a real philosophical investment in the making of this image. Rather than pursuing one ideal representation, it's more about making change present. Drawing on all these great ideas, the winner of the 2021 Hadley's Art Prize is local artist David Stevenson. Congratulations, David. Come up. Thank you, Peter. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll give them to you after you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll have to lower this a little bit for my short stature. Look, I'm truly overwhelmed by this honor. It's really quite an extraordinary thing to happen in anyone's career, and mine's been, a long one. I've been an artist, a professional artist for more than 40 years. And I feel very privileged to have been able to have a life in art. But, it's a lonely path at times. Sometimes you think you're talking to yourself. So it's great to, find you have an audience. I think, like most people, I want to live a meaningful life, make a positive contribution. And so this is just an amazing affirmation that my work has value to others. So thank you for that. I want to thank a few other people. I don't have 5 pages of notes. All fits in a note on the back of my phone because I did have some advance warning of this. So, the prize is hugely significant to me just in terms of that affirmation, and that'll sustain me well into the future. And so I really thank the judges, Nikki, you can't be here, Peter and Mckay for awarding it to me, but I know it must have been a very difficult decision, and I felt very honored just to be in the company of the other 33 artists, and I want to acknowledge the contribution of all the artists that entered the prize. Your work, it enriches our eyes, our minds, and our spirits, and I really want to honor that. Also, from a personal level, I want to thank, not just myself, but for other artists, the institutions, the art schools, the museums, and the commercial galleries that support our practice. And, of course, prizes such as this, but I'll get onto that in a second. And I particularly want to, single out my representative galleries, most of whom I've worked with for at least a couple of decades. Julie Saul in New York, Jackson Fine Art in Atlanta, Susan Boutwell now in Munich, and particularly Beck Gallery. I first showed with Dick Bett at the Salamanca Place Gallery in 1988, and the Bett family has supported my work since then over more than 3 decades, as they have the work of many Australian artists, and particularly Tasmanian artists. And thank you, Carol, Emma, and Jack, for that support to all of us. Finally, I would really like to thank the team at Hadley's, and of course the incredible generosity of Don Neal and Annette Reynolds for supporting this prize for Australian landscape art. It's just an incredible boost to Australian artists and Australian art. And I think, just to echo a few of the words of Peter, the focus on landscape, for me, that focus is about getting us to look at environment. And, at a time when, many, I'm going to have a little political soapbox here, want to get up and privatize public lands or sell off assets, public assets, for profit. destroy ancient, rainforests and pollute rivers, estuaries, and oceans for profit. I think anything that gets us to look at environment and the serious problems we're facing has got to be a good thing. So I really applaud that focus on landscape to make us really take care to even consider, the tens of thousands of years the traditional Aboriginal custodians of Australia looked after it and cared for it, and then the short space of time, unfortunately, I don't think our industrial culture is doing so well. So we can learn a little bit by looking, then that's a great thing. So thank you to all. I really appreciate this opportunity, and this is a great honor.
Thank you, Peter, and congratulations, David. That's very exciting. So what's going to happen now is that David and Peter are going to head down into the gallery with our friends from the media. There'll be plenty of opportunities for you guys to get what you need down there. We're going to stay here and have a little bit of morning tea. At 11:30, if you're an artist and you're in the room, please head down to the gallery, and we have some photo and video opportunities to create some content and discuss your works then. So if you could make your way down there at 11:30, that would be appreciated. If you haven't done so already, there's a catalogue for anybody in the room on the way out, so please grab one of those. That brings to a close proceedings 9 minutes late, which for me and what we've just got through is not a bad effort. So we really appreciate you coming along. Thank you again to Annette and Don for your continued generosity and courage through this time, and we look forward to hosting many of you back again during the exhibition. You're welcome to bring family and friends. From Monday until Thursday there's morning tea, and from Friday to Sunday there's afternoon tea, with a focus on the Australian landscape. So we really hope to see you back here again with friends and family to have a look at this amazing exhibition. So thank you all very much.